Hi, this is Anne with Graphic Design How To, and today I'm going to show you how to reduce anchor points and simplify shapes in Adobe Illustrator. And this might be something that's good to do if you've downloaded something from the internet, a vector, and it just has a ton of anchor points. And sometimes also fonts come with too many anchor points, more than you really need. And these will bog down your system and make your file size higher. So it's good to simplify in that case. All right, let's get started. All right, this is an image trace that someone made of hand lettering that I found on the internet. And you can see that it's got a lot of anchor points if we hit A on our keyboard. Lots of them right over here, quite a few unnecessary points. I do want to mention that you can control how smooth things are in the image trace dialog box also. So I wanted to put that out there, but this is really just a tutorial on the simplify option. So we're not going to really touch on the image trace options today. Okay, so let's go to Object, Path, and Simplify. That'll bring up this little bar, and we can adjust how smooth things are going to get here. Obviously that is way too far, or we can bring it a little more this way. If we go all the way to the right, we basically end up with what we started with. So anything going to the left a little bit is going to help reduce the number of points, and you can see how many points you're ending up with here. I usually try to go as far to the left as I can without it starting to look weird. Now there's a little button here also that auto adjusts it. And I rarely use this. I don't find that it works very well for me, but that is there for you if you want to give it a shot. Now, if we click these three little dots, we'll get into some more advanced options. We can adjust our curves here, and this is basically what we saw with the little bar a minute ago. I can see that the bottom of the P is starting to smooth out a little bit, but some of the other things are not looking too good. So we also have the corner point angle threshold here. So I'm going to try for a little bit smoother here. I'm going to come a little bit over here. That looks good. And of course we also have our auto simplify here, which does the same thing as that other little button. And this is looking pretty nice to me right now. It's fairly smooth, and I can go in there and fine tune it in a moment. Now there are some other options down here, and I usually don't work with these very much, but this will convert everything to straight lines. Sometimes you have some weird results when you click this, like that. This will show the original path. I usually leave that turned off. And then if you click this one, this big dialog box will always come up, and these same settings will always be applied. So that's what that does. Okay, so we'll say okay. And we have a lot fewer anchor points now, which is great, but we still need to do some cleanup. So I'm going to just zoom in here. I'll get on my smooth tool by hitting N on my keyboard and then holding Option or Alt to toggle to that one. You can also hit Shift S to go straight to the smooth tool, but I like to toggle it with the pencil tool. We'll just move this one in a bit. I'll just make this a rounded corner here, and I think I'll make both of these round corners, so we can just grab that white dot. Maybe I like them pointed in this case. I'll zoom in over here, and I'm going to get on my A tool, which is the direct selection tool. It's right up here. And I'm just going to pull this in a little bit. I'll get my smooth tool and smooth it out by just dragging over that area. And there are quite a few other little tweaks that I would do, but this is just a tutorial, so I wanted to show you how you can quickly clean up a graphic and reduce some anchor points with the Simplify feature. All right, if you like this video, please click on the like button, and I'll see you next week in another graphic design tutorial. Thank you.